Stampers, it's Gigi with StampFUNatics, and I have these two cute projects for you today. This one is That Was So Sweet of You, and I made a cute little thank you card, and then I've made this cute little treat to hand out. So I will be using the Sweet Strawberry Bundle, and this is the stamp set. It comes with strawberries, vines, leaves, and beautiful flowers. Don't forget the flowers. And it also has nice sayings. That was so sweet of you. Hello there. Just for you. Thank you. And happy birthday, you sweet thing. So I'm going to be using the just for you for our little treat. And that was so sweet of you. I'm going to be using for our card. And the matching punch is this. And I don't want to glare you out, but it has a nice strawberry. It has the two leaves and it has the little flower that you can then punch out. So the only thing you have to be watching when you stamp is the direction of how your punch is going to be when you go to punch it out later. So we'll show you that. I'm also going to be using our scallop contour dies, and these are these beautiful dies. They come with a stamp set also. You can bundle them. They have beautiful flowers. But this is why I really love the dies, was all these great rectangles. They're stitched, and they also have scalloped around the edge, and even this largest one makes what I have on the card almost like an eyelet look. So I really like that too. And then there's this cute border one that if you're making a card, you can always just border cut the top part, maybe show some designer paper on the inside, or you can also do it on the side of your card. So that's what I'll be using today. All right, let me, I've kind of pre-cut a few things too. Tried doing this on my Facebook Live and Facebook didn't cooperate and made it too small, made it vertical instead of horizontal. So that's why I'm kind of doing this over today. So let's put these up here and we're going to start with the card. And I have most of the pieces cut out for the card so we can save some time. But I'm going to also demonstrate and show you some of the things you'll need to do. Okay, I am using a piece of our Thick Whisper white or basic white cardstock, whichever you have handy. And I also am using a piece of our, this is our Host Designer Series paper. It is, let me get it here for you. This is called Pattern Party, and it has just about every pattern that you want. I mean, there are hearts on this side, and the backs of all of them are black and white, which is such a trend right now. So you can have florals, and then you can have these little circles. You can have stripes. Let's see what else. This cute little pattern. And then on the back, there's flowers that you could color. And let's see, stripes. We've got dots. We've got more stripes and dots. And you get a ton of this paper. There's these beautiful stripes here, smaller little dots, some pretty blue flowers, more squares, great little check here, and that's on the back of this pretty yellow flowered paper. And then you've got some lighter dots, and again, some more black. This will last you, I mean, look at how many they gave you. I believe it's 4 of each pattern, and there's a ton of patterns. So it's a very versatile set. You can use it for so many different projects. All right, so that's the paper that I'm using for this one. So I'm going to go ahead and just take some of my liquid glue and glue that down onto my card base. Just center it. And that's about it. I believe we got that straight. Put just a little more under this corner here. I didn't want to do the eyelet part at all. Ooh, too much there. Let's see. I hope it doesn't squish out. Let me get rid of some of this glue. I'm going to finally squirt it out quickly. Okay. There we are. That's better. Okay. So the next thing I did was I cut out using the smaller, and that's the smallest one here, that made this pretty little scalloped and kind of like a little bit of punched out little dots that just made it look so interesting. And I'm going to go ahead and use our new in colored polished pink. Love this color. It's like a bubblegum color. And I'm going to go ahead and use our stamp that says, "That was so sweet of you." I got too much ink there. And let's go ahead and put it right in the center. I'm going to close this up. And then I'm taking some of our polished pink ribbon. This is our in color ribbon, comes in all the 5 in colors. And I'm just making a little bit of a loop. And I'm going to put my saying over it. And so I just kind of want to measure, and I'm just going to measure what I did last time. That's about right. And you can just measure on the card how far down you want it to go. Okay, I think I'm going to angle this end that way. There we go. And what I did was I took a piece of our tearing tape. Whoops. And I'm going to turn this over and just lay a piece of it right over the top to hold down my loop. And then I'm going to put it on here and just kind of measure where I want it. I'm going to use some of our stamping dimensionals. And I noticed with the tearing tape that it doesn't want to stick onto this, and I'm not going to pull the sticky part off. I could, I guess. I'm just going to make sure it overlays onto some of the paper on the back, and then that way it sticks pretty good. And I'm just going to lay it, get my little loop up, right about there. Let's go in a little bit. All right, and then I'm going to put that aside. Now, I've already punched out a few strawberries, but I didn't want to leave you without showing you how to do it. So I'm going to take the inside of our strawberry punch and the outside, and I'm also going to take the little green leaf. Okay, so I'm going to take my Real Red ink, and the reason why I use Real Red is the strawberry looked better in red than pink, but I did want to put that pink on for our saying and to match the ribbon. So I'm going to go ahead and do the inside of our strawberry in the red. And then I'm going to do our outline in black Memento ink. Let's try to get that over. Okay. I'm going to punch that out. And again, if you noticed, I did my strawberry upside down because my punch has it upside down. So just always take a look at your punch before you stamp so that you have it in a convenient direction. And then I'm going to kind of halfway do it, turn it over and push down on it. If your hands are hurting from arthritis or something and you can't really punch, you can always do it this way. So let's get rid of all that. And then I have a piece of our Granny Apple Green, and I am, again, going to look. My leaf is going sideways, so I'm going to stamp it that way. I'm going to use a black Memento ink again. And just stamp that on the green. And then I'm going to come in from the side. Whoops. And line it up. Looks pretty good. And punch. And I'm punching down so it doesn't fly up all over me. Okay. So now I'm just going to take a little glue dot. Press that down and put that right on the end of my strawberry. So now I'm ready to put my strawberries on my card. So the first one I just did with a glue dot. You can use your liquid glue if you want. I just found this was faster. And I'm just going to put that strawberry, I'd say about there. And then the next strawberry I do want to pop up. So I'm going to put a little dimensional on the back. And I'm just going to kind of face it, sort of like there. And then the last one on the bottom, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to pop it up with a dimensional and just kind of put it down in this corner. And then I have my 2 flowers. So what I'm doing is I'm going to take my Real Red ink and I'm going to look at my punch again. I'm going to be coming in from this side. So I'm going to go ahead and punch that and then move over a little bit and punch the other one. I think I can get 2 out. And I'm going to take my polished pink blend marker. This is the light polished pink. And I'm just going to color in my flowers with the pink because I really liked the red outline to kind of coordinate with the red strawberries. And then the pink to coordinate with the saying that is done in the pink. So it kind of brings it all together. Let's do it over here. Quick and easy. And that's it. Then we're going to take our punch. I'm going to come in from the side, line it up. Let's see, I think it will go that way. And you'll find which way it fits the best for you. Just hard for me to see with the glare of the lights. I think that's gonna look good. Okay, let's try it. Not bad. And then I'm gonna move this over. Now, do I have enough? No, I don't. Let me show you a little tip when I don't have enough paper. Let me get this out. I use a little Post-it note, find the sticky part, put it on your paper, and it makes an extension for you so that you have room now to maneuver your smaller piece of paper. I use every scrap. I don't throw anything away because it's too small, usually. I mean, unless it's real tiny. And I just use my Post-it notes when I need to make them a little bit bigger. All right, I don't like the way that's fitting, so let's try, let's go this way. Let me just tear this down a little bit. It's kind of catching on there. Okay, now let's try going this way. There's definitely, I think, a better way on the punch. If you just keep bringing it around, you'll find it. There it is. And that's the better one. So I think I'm pretty good there. Let's go ahead and punch. There you are. So those are our 2 pink flowers. And let's bring our card back in. I'm going to use a little glue dot and put my flower right there in that corner. And put this one just on the edge of the strawberry, kind of overlapping our saying. And then I thought it needed a little bit of bling, so I am using our basic rhinestones. And I'm just going to pick one up and put it on that flower, and another one, sliding from me, over here. And that's our card. Isn't it cute? Oops, got an extra one that flew on that card. I guess I could have left it. I think I will. I'll put it back because it's a little bit of sticky stuck on the card. Oh, now it's off. All right, whatever. So that's our card. And I think I've done everything. Yep, that's it. All right, so the next part, and before I get to that box, which is this one, I just wanted to tell you about a special that I'm giving my customers. And let me just bring it in right here. And this is for May and June. Minimum $50 order with me. You can shop at StampFUNatics.com. And that's $50 before tax and shipping using my host code. And here it is, or you can see it on my blog. And you will qualify for a free mini catalog. Now, this is the mini catalog we're using right now, January through June. This will expire the end of June. And then we will get a new one that comes in for August that goes through January. And that is our holiday mini catalog. Everybody loves that. So I'm going to be having that come out. And if you order that $50 minimum with me, you'll get a free catalog from me. Also, you'll get this cute, free little gift bag that I have made up for you. These are our beautiful ombre bags. Let me show you them real quick. They come in all the 5 in colors. You've got your greens and you've got your peach and your polished pink. And then you also will get, let me pull out some of this, some of that party paper that I told you that you can earn as a host. You cannot buy this paper, but you can earn it with a $150 order. You can be your own host. If you choose to go that way and get this great pack of paper, go ahead and don't use my host code. I'll still give you your catalog and this cute little bag of gift ideas. And this has just a little sampling of all of the, not all of it, but some of the pattern paper that I was telling you about. That's black on one side and pattern on the other. Then you'll also get some of our beautiful in color ribbon. I have some of the, let's see, I think this one's going to be the peach and the green, which is soft succulent. And it's whatever I'm cutting up. It's going to be random. And then also I have some cute little various embellishments for you. It might be, you know, some of these or something. So you'll get a little bit of all of that. That's your ribbon. There's your paper. And you get this cute little ombre bag that I've decorated for you. So all of this is free to you using my host code with a $50 order. I will also send you a PDF that has both of these instructions, supply list, and everything that I'm making today. So you'll have everything at your fingertips. Okay, let's get to the project. This one I thought was cute because I wanted a strawberry treat, and I went on Amazon and found these cute little Pocky strawberry, they're real thin cookie sticks, and about this much down, maybe about a third or half of the cookie has strawberry icing on it. So I meet with some of my friends once a week in a coffee shop, and we catch up, and this is what I think I'm going to bring them next time, is little cookies to go with their coffee. So here's how I made this pocket. I'm using a piece of Pool Party, and this measures 3 by 10.5. I'm going to actually bring in our scoreboard, and let's move some of this. We're going to start on the small side, and let me get my directions. Okay, we are going to take the small side of our stylist. This is the small ball end, and this is a larger one. The larger one's for designer paper, so it doesn't tear it, and this one's for cardstock. So we are going to take this 1/2 inch, and we're going to score all the way down. We're going to turn it all the way around, do the same thing again, 1/2 inch on both sides. Then we're going to turn it lengthwise, and we're going to score at 2 inches and at 2 1/4. And that's it. Oh wait, we have one more thing. If you notice, there's a little square here, and you have double score lines here. We're going to go on 1/4 inch and just take it down to that first score line and stop. And then we're going to do 2 3/4, which is over here, and take it down to that score line and stop. So that's our box. Okay, I'm going to take my bone folder. This is our bone folder. We have them in our catalog, and they're very inexpensive. Definitely worth doing when you're making projects and you want a nice crisp edge. Even when I had made my card before, it was a thick cardstock, and I wanted a nice crisp edge on it, so I used my bone folder to fold. Okay. So now, and this is all I'm folding is the outer. I'm not doing the small ends yet. Okay, we can take our scissors, and we're going to cut up on the scored line all the way up to the horizontal scored line and stop. Right there. And then we're just going to cut that off. And then I'm going to flip this over. It's a little easier to cut, and I'm going to cut from the other side, right on the scored line. And stop. And then I'm just going to cut that off. And I saw this box similar made by Kitchen Table Stampers, and I thought it was cute and it would just do well for my little project, but I made it to fit my little cookies, so that's why it's a little different. Okay, and then I'm just going to take my snips and cut the rest of that scored line to form little tabs. Okay, now we're going to flip it over. We're going to take our tearing tape. I kind of buried it. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Went under my tape. And I'm just going to go along that scored edge there. Put the tape down, and it will overlap. Just don't get it on your little tab. Pull the tab up if you need to. And we're just going to break that off. And if you see, this will hang over a little bit, but don't worry, I'll show you how to remedy that. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side, pull my tab up so it doesn't get any tape. And just go along the scored line to the end. Okay, and make sure you get that down real well. And we're going to peel that off. And see how it's overlapping? I'm just taking my finger and I'm going to roll it back down. Same thing over here. Take it off, roll it down. Okay, now put your tabs inside and bring your box around, and you're going to meet up with the glue side. And just line it up along that glue. Let's push that in a little bit there. There. Then we're going to do the same thing on this side. We're going to push the tab in and then close this in and line it up. Okay. Now, I usually take my bone folder just to go inside the box and make sure it's got a good seal. Okay. And then I have, oops, I forgot to cut it. Let me get a piece of our designer paper. Okay, I have a piece of designer paper, and this is from our fine art designer paper. I liked what I saw when she did this, so I'm using the same one. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on this. And it's going to leave a little bit of an edge, which I also liked. Let's get that little corner. There we go. And we're going to put that right there on the bottom. Leaving, it goes end to end, but then it leaves just a little border right there. Okay, now let's take one of our cookies. We're going to lay that down in our pocket there. Oh wait, before I do that, sorry, I have one of our tag toppers, and I'm going to go ahead and put that in. Look at the back, make sure it's lined up nice and straight. Punch that out so I have a nice scalloped edge there. And you can choose to do this part of the project or not, but I liked it. I'm actually covering that hole, though. I'm not going to put any ribbon in the hole because I'm going to tie it around. I'm going to take a piece of that polished pink ribbon. I'm going to tie it around my cookie. Let's get all that there. And that's just so the cookie doesn't fall out of the little pocket because it's kind of small down there. And I'm just going to hold that, get that going. Oops, I don't want it that big. There we go. And just get them down where you want them and then tie it tight. And take my other end. And notice I didn't cut my ribbon off until I got my bow made, because that way I don't waste any ribbon by cutting too much or maybe sometimes too small. Actually, this is a little bit big, but I didn't waste much at all. Okay, so now we're ready for our strawberries and our embellishments. So I'm taking the strawberry, and all I did was I punched it with the outside part in polished pink on polished pink cardstock. And I'm going to take our punch and put that in. And it's still too thick, so let's just go down a little bit more. You'll see if it feels right. And I'm going to go ahead and punch this out. Okay. And that's it. I'm not doing the outside part like we did on the other card. And then I want to take a piece of our green. That's a granny apple green. And I stamped it just the way I did before. So I went ahead and did that and punched it out. You've seen me do that on the card. Put that on the top. And then I also punched out the other green leaf. I stamped it in the black memento on the green. And I'm going to use a little glue dot for this to put it on. Have it come off just a little bit like that. I'm going to actually pop this up. Oops. And put that over our leaf. And then I wanted a little yellow flower, so I did go ahead and stamp So Saffron cardstock with So Saffron ink. And I went ahead and made 2 of them, and I punched them out. So I'm going to use a little glue dot, I think, for that one. No, I'll take that back. I'm going to use a little mini dimensional. Let's scoop one out there. And we're going to put that over the strawberry and leaf. Like that. And I'm going to take another one, and I'm going to go over this one. And I'm just going to put that aside until I do my saying. So I have a piece of white cardstock, and I had a piece of pink cardstock. And I'm going to be using my double oval punch. One is scalloped, and one fits inside it. That's just an oval. So I'm going to use the scallop side and punch out a piece of polished pink. Say that 3 times fast. And we'll just stick it there. And then I'm going to do a white piece, but I'm going to stamp it first. And I'm going to stamp it in, this one I'm going to use Bermuda Bay. And some of that designer paper had Bermuda Bay in it. That's why I chose that color. I choose the colors from the ribbons I'm using, or the paper, the designer paper usually will tell me what I want to use. Okay, and then I need to find that stamp that says just for you. Okay. Here it is. And I'm just going to ink that up and stamp it. And then I'm going to put it in the oval. Oh, that's a little smeary looking. Let me try it again. And I'll try it on this side. Clean the stamp maybe. There, that's a little better. I'm going to take my oval punch, line it up, straighten it out, and punch. And then I'm going to use a dimensional to pop this up onto my scallop piece. And then because I'm handing this out, I'm not mailing it or anything, I'm going to pop it up again. When you're mailing things, you don't really want to use it too much, because if it gets too thick, it'll cost you more postage. But this is going to be handed out, so I'm going for it. I'm going to pop the saying up and pop this whole thing. All right. So let's take it. We're going to center it. And then I'm going to take this last little flower and just sort of overlap it up there. And again, I'm going to take one of our rhinestones and I'm going to put it on this flower just for a little bling, and that flower. And that's it. We're done. Isn't it cute? I mean, they're not going to be expecting anything, so I think they'll be thrilled, but I just love how colorful it is for the summer too. So let's bring our card back in again. Here we are. These are our cards and our treats. And I'm going to bring in again, just to remind you, the cute little gift bag that you can earn for free with an order from me, $50 before tax and shipping, using my host code. And I will send this out, and we have a new holiday mini catalog starting in August. I will be ordering them in July when I can order them, so that's why this sale only goes through till the end of June. So you have a few more weeks. If you've already ordered from me in May, you're covered. Don't worry about it. So thanks for joining me today, and I hope you have a great day.